Rebel Moon, baby! Oh, we got some good Rebel Moon content that came out over the weekend, guys. Holy, it's just need that trailer now. That's all we need. Next is that trailer. Who knows when it's going to be? It could be this week, could be next week, could be the week after. I don't know. It just seems like we're about to get that. We're being fed a lot of Rebel Moon crumbs. I don't even think these are crumbs anymore. I think this is like full on like portions. We're getting fed portions of Rebel Moon, and thank God. So Empire Magazine, of course, we have the cover right here that shows the Rebel Moon, main Rebel Moon cast right here. That's right. We got Jimmy even back there. That's right. The droid that is voiced by Anthony Hopkins. We got a shot right here of Hunnam and Sophia. And that looks actually absolutely great too. And obviously when it comes to Hunnam's character, which I totally forget what his, obviously the names are eluding me at the moment, but he's gonna be like more like the Han Solo. I think he's gonna be like the Han Solo type character when it comes to all of this, when it comes to this story. And then you got this shot right here. Look at that, just explosions happening. I know it's not that big, but explosions are happening. We got a ship right there. That shot looks absolutely gorgeous. We've seen this before right here too, but it says like, I feel Rebel Moon is an accumulation of everything that's done thus far, producer Deborah Snyder has said. I mean, that's the thing. This is such a passion project. Such a passion project when it comes to Zack and even Debbie. So we got a quote right here that says, there's so much to it and so much thought in the production design and the languages and the characters. Rebel Moon looks to have a it's going to be similarly expansive plan to his DC Snyderverse. This story already split across 2 movies with plans for more to come. Part 1 will be about getting the band together with all the action you'd expect from a Snyder joint. Then expect an even more explosive Part 2. That, says Zack Snyder, is the war movie like Normandy invasion film, but with the first hour in France. And then, of course, we got Ray Fisher right here. He said he saw some footage from a certain space epic last night. The sci-fi game is about to change. Get ready, cosplayers. You all are gonna feast for decades, which I believe it. I believe it. Anthony Hopkins, look at that, posting it on his Instagram, which is absolutely fantastic. And then right here, we got, that was from a while ago right here, but yeah, somebody was saying that. And there we go right here. So we got a shot right here with Jimmy. Seems like Jimmy's going to be, I don't know. I think Jimmy's going to be, he's going to be a hit when it comes to audiences. And the quote right here says, Jimmy, I see him as a wild card, teases Snyder in Empire. He's on a journey of self-discovery. For Snyder, Jimmy represents a significant tonal addition to his sci-fi saga's more fantastical leanings, an Arthurian element. Expect a legendary arc for a robot like no other. So, when it comes to, if we're going to compare this to C-3PO, guess what? There's going to be quite an arc. Like you said, when we saw the cover earlier for Empire Magazine, he had all those horns and everything. He doesn't have them right here. And this looks pretty crazy. And some people are, of course, I saw that we're comparing this to a shot from Excalibur, which we know that Zack is all about when it comes to Excalibur. And man, I think Jimmy's just going to be a hit when it comes to audiences. I think he's definitely going to be a hit. So, and then, and then we got this, look at that there, right there. We got boop, boop, and boop. So we've seen like different, see how he looks? Going to be very interesting to see that arc. There we go right here. Of course, Ohio Dave posted this right here showing like a correlation right there, which was great seeing that. And then look at that. We got some lightsaber action kind of stuff right here. This is what the lightsabers are gonna, they're molten swords. We pretty much figured that out. When it came to the featurette that came out of Tadum, they kind of teased that already. We have our first completed look at the Nemesis welding for molten metal blades in Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. So there's his lightsabers, which, oh my God, I can't wait to see that. Really can't wait to see that. And then, of course, they said right here, Lucasfilm sale just happened. Anything was possible. He wouldn't use any known characters. R-rated, almost a non-starter. He knew it was a big ask. The deeper I got into it, I realized how I was I realized it was probably never going to be what I wanted. This is him pitching his Star Wars. We've talked about this years ago on the vodka stream. We've talked about how, I mean, obviously we know now, everybody knows now that Rebel Moon is his Star Wars pitch, but of course he had to tweak things because he knew that, you know, they weren't going to go for it. R-rated, mostly use unknown characters. Of course, they were not going to go for that. You think Kathleen Kennedy was going to go for that? No! There he is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those arms, man. Got a vein going right through that bicep. Jesus. Talking about not Rebel, but Ray Fisher's character. That is Darian Bloodaxe and his gigantic gun that he has. It's massive, laughs Fisher. It's 4 feet. It's almost as big as me. I don't know about that, Ray. Seems like you filled out pretty nicely when it came to this right here, when it came to getting in shape for this. And Ray Fisher bringing Darian Bloodaxe to life in Zack Snyder. So it says right here, I pulled from the Seven Samurai of it all. He tells Empire certain postures I take with my weapon. Some of them I modeled after Toshiro Mifune, of course, I'm probably butchering the name, and I apologize as I always do, who carries that katana in a very specific way over his shoulder. Sometimes what I would do before a take would start is whisper to myself, Mifune, Mifune. But yeah, so obviously we all know that the Seven Samurais. I mean, that's what's taken heavily. I mean, Zack has basically taken this story and adding the sci-fi future element to it. He's already said that many times before, so that's pretty sweet, and he even talks about it more right here. When I pitched it to Netflix, the scale was a thing they wanted. They were like, well, how big could it be? How many movies? That made me go, okay, if we really do this, we can sink our teeth pretty deep into this. So basically talking about that. So just saying it right here, and then sink our teeth pretty deep into this. We can't really hit the bottom. So just basically talking about all of that, which is great. That's right. Netflix is just giving them free range for everything. And then it says right here, breaking plans have been mooted for Rebel Moon Universe TV series, which would explore the history of Fra Freeze, Belisarius, and the saga's real big bad. So we're going to get even more of the big bad right there. So in a proposed third film, audiences will finally get to visit the Rebel Moon. The Rebel Moon is not the moon that they're on. The title was conceptual, but there's a planet named Vana, and Vana is the Rebel Moon. It's not even in one shot of this movie. So Snyder even said that right there, which is just great. Snyder also penned a 450-page Rebel Moon Bible detailing all kinds of lore and backstories pertaining to the evil Emporium. He has an expansive timeline that extends long before and after the 2 current films. This is where this is what I'm saying, guys. Good God. This is what I'm saying. Zack is up to his chin. Not balls deep. He's up to his chin, up to his freaking eyelids into this universe right here. When he tweeted it out, when he talked about Empire Magazine, the cover and everything like that, he said, like, yeah, just talking about a new universe. And if you're a Snyder fan, you got to be just 100% just backing this. I cannot wait. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And December can't come any sooner. And I'm sure after we see that first one, and hopefully we get to see it on the big screen, I'm sure we're going to, that it's going to be something fresh and new, especially because even Star Wars is kind of struggling right now. Everything, DC, Marvel, and Star Wars is kind of struggling right now. And then we're going to get something that's like, okay, yeah, there's going to be parallels to Star Wars, sure, and people are going to shit on it. But at the same time, guess what? This is something still pretty fresh, and it's going to be R-rated. It's going to be more adult, and there's not going to be anything that's going to be prior. It's going to be establishing new things, and it's just going to be... Let me know your thoughts about it down below, guys. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Hit the like, thumbs up. Share the video. Follow me on all the sock meds that are around me right now. Do all that. And we'll talk about this a lot more. And I'll talk to you guys later.